All right, today we are looking at coordinate grids. All right, so this is a coordinate grid or coordinate plane. So we're going to look at how would I graph points on this graph, on this coordinate grid. Oopsies. Oh gosh, let's try that over. Coordinate grid. All right, that's better. So there are two axes. Now the axes are these lines. Okay, this one is called the x-axis, and this one is called the y-axis. The x one is always horizontal, the y-axis is always vertical. All right, and if you are given a coordinate pair like 2, 5, the x is always the first number and the y is always the second number. So how I would graph 2, 5, let's erase those so we can see the numbers. We would go over to 2 on the x-axis, and then we would go up to 5 on the y-axis, and that is where we would put our dot. Now, technically, we wouldn't draw this line, but if you need to draw it to help yourself out, that's fine. If you just want to use your finger, that works too without actually drawing the line. If I had a number or a pair like 8, 1, I would go over to 8 first, then I would go up to 1. Okay, so we always go over and then up. The most common thing I see is simply that students put it backwards. They accidentally go up first and then over. Say I had a point that was right here. Oops, that is not where I meant to put that. Let's see if I can get that where I want it. All right, say it was right there. Well, again, remember, first comes my x. So I would find on my x-axis that it's at 6. So that's the number I would write first. And then I would say, okay, what is it on my y-axis? It's at 3. So that is my second number. And that's really all there is to it, is just remembering that first I go over, then I go up. Okay? Let's just look at a couple more examples. Actually, let's look at the one on your sheet just to make sure you can see what it actually looks like. So you'll find the letter, you'll write the point. So again, first find the number on the x-axis down here, then put the number on the y-axis. This one, it's giving you the point, so you just have to put it on there and put the letter next to it. All right, let's look at one of the zeros. That's what we'll do. Whoops, that one. All right, because zeros can get a little tricky. So if I have a point that's right here, notice it's on one of the axes, so one of the numbers is going to be 0. Now I went over to 9, so my first number is going to be 9, but I didn't go up at all. So my second number is 0. I just stayed right there. So say if that was A, then I could put an A next to that. Now say I had a dot over here. We'll call that B. Well, I did go up to 4, but I didn't go to the right at all. I didn't go over at all, so my first number is going to be a 0. I stayed at 0 on my x-axis. This is my 0 on my x, so I just stayed right there. I went up 4, so my second number is going to be 4. All right? Again, the biggest thing I see is just accidentally switching the order of the numbers, so make sure you go over first, then up. One other thing to note, I don't think it comes up in this assignment, but this point right here is called the origin, and it's 0, 0. If you've ever heard of like the origin story of Wolverine or the origin of Spider-Man. It's where it began. So think this is where you always begin, is that middle or that bottom left, 0, 0. Okay? As always, if you are confused, if you need more examples, if you need more help, I am more than happy to go over it with you. Just let me know. Good luck.